At a place where rare is constantly on display, the University of St. Thomas was given an opportunity that was just that, rare.
What's really wonderful about it is that the exhibit and the events surrounding the exhibit have really opened the eyes of a lot of people in the region to both the collection but also to St. Thomas's interest in the arts and presence in the community in that way.
The exhibition, Time and Tide, is made up primarily of items from the University of St. Thomas's Asmat art collection. Universities rarely get a chance to display art in major museums like the Minneapolis Institute of Arts, but the unique qualities and culture surrounding Asmat art made it a great fit.
Asmat art is known for a number of things. Some of it is the very dramatic, abstract symbolism that's in the art, that's employed very freely in all forms of carving. They're also known for only using 3 colors, red, white, and black. They have really interesting figural sculpture, as I said, kind of combined with these symbols.
The graphic qualities and the three-dimensional qualities and the way they're encoding very profound abstract ideas into a formal visual language is just beautiful. I think any artist can appreciate the accomplishments of these artists.
The Asmat live in the southwest region of Papua, Indonesia. In 1958, 4 Catholic missionaries belonging to the American Crosier Fathers and Brothers arrived in Asmat. The order recognized the need to document Asmat culture and encourage Asmat sculptural traditions. In 1975, American Crosiers established the Crosier Asmat Museum in Hastings, Nebraska. 20 years later, they established the American Museum of Asmat Art in Shoreview, Minnesota. In 2007, the American Crosier Fathers and Brothers, together with the Diocese of Agats, gifted over 1,500 Asmat artworks and artifacts, along with documentation, books, films, and videotapes to UST, thereby creating the American Museum of Asmat Art at the University of St. Thomas.
I think one of the things that makes this collection particularly special is the way in which it very much draws on the history of the Crosier brothers and fathers in Asmat.
Today, the collection has almost 2,000 pieces. Some are being displayed around the St. Thomas campus. Others are currently in storage. 69 of those pieces were part of the display at the Institute of Arts, including various shields, drums, and masks, 2 16-foot ancestor poles called beach poles, and the signature 20-foot soul ship, or wuramon.
This is made from a single mangrove tree. It's one entire tree. It's cut down and carved green, and it's made in one day. And it's actually, there's a head carver that comes up with the design and directs a team of carvers, and they all work on it together.
The other 2 really big objects are the beach poles, one of which is about 16 feet high, and our ceiling is only 18 feet high. So it was a challenge just to get that into the room and installed as well. The other types of challenges are from a conservation point of view, things are very fragile.
Extremely fragile, and before they could even be displayed, in need of hours and hours of extensive and intricate cleaning.
Sometimes I suppose the toughest part is to come in on the second or third day with a really dirty piece, and how much more am I going to have to do to this piece? But in the end, it's always worth it. But it can be very tedious because it is, you're only noticing minimal changes after a long period of time. So it's not for everybody.
Asmat culture is primarily known for its carving, which is men's art, but the women contribute too, mainly with woven objects or fiber art. For the Asmat, art is an essential part of life and a symbolic one. For the University of St. Thomas, Asmat art has already become an essential part of the learning process.
Art is part of what it means to be human. And if we see the liberal arts in part as the best way to educate for a truly human life, then we can't really do that without exposing our students to art. So I think one of the wonderful things about this particular collection is that it is helping to educate our students about the world that is beyond not just St. Thomas, but beyond Minnesota, beyond the United States. And for many, many of our students, this is exposure to a whole new way of life, a whole new culture that they quite frankly would never have heard about or thought about if they didn't have this experience.